So my name's Mandy Tate and I'm 53. I am a Shetlander, but I now live in Rothinorman with my partner Michael and my cat Delilah. I was diagnosed with chronic lymphocytic leukemia in May 22. I had no symptoms. It was filmed by chance. I'd been in Shetland introducing my new partner Michael to friends and family and showing them the sights of Shetland, and I got COVID. I didn't recover very well from COVID, and I ended up going to hospital via ambulance and with a post-COVID infection. And while I was in A&E, that's when they discovered that I had CLL. I had just felt I was piecing my life back together again. 3 years prior to that, my husband had died very suddenly. I was with him at the time, and I couldn't, despite my efforts, I couldn't save him. And I had to deal with that trauma, knowing that my dad didn't have long left either. And he died 12 weeks after Colin. At that point, I didn't think that I had much of a future. I just thought, well, that's my life now. But each year that passed, I managed to just keep going, and I was just feeling that things was getting back on track. I'd met Michael, I'd found happiness again. And then this was May 22. Boom. I went home and the haematologist called me and he explained everything. And he said, "You're going to be okay." And it was that point that I knew I was in safe hands. And that's when my journey began. So I started in January 23, and that involved a combination therapy of a monthly infusion, and I had that for 6 months, and also an oral tablet that I took daily, and that was over a full 12-month period. And so I finished in January 2024, and then I got the good news that the drugs had done their business. Partner Michael, he looked after me for the first 4 weeks of my treatment, and then he had to go away, and then that's when my second son Kieran came up, and he stayed with me for about 3 weeks and just saw to me. And then my oldest son and my youngest son came down as well, and they were all with me for Mother's Day, which was really, really lovely. And they all took their turn to look after their mommy, which meant a lot. I think when you've got cancer, the biggest thing I had to deal with was getting my head around it. And cancer can take on, it's got a bit of a stigma in the outside world. People don't know how to talk to you about it. They feel bad for you, but they don't know how to help. And they try and say a whole lot of things sometimes that, and then you can see them going, oh, but when you walk into the anchor ward, it's just like the cancer does not have the prominence that it does in the outside world. It's basically you're walking in and you're surrounded by people that are just saying, "We got you. We're going to make you better." And there's just a really cheery vibe whenever I went in, from the volunteers to the nursing staff as well. You just felt your cancer was being treated, but you were also being treated as a person. It's basically showing people that, the resilience of the human spirit. And it's shown a whole lot of other ladies that have gone through, each and every one of us has had that moment of despair when we got that really bad news. And every single one of them as well, they've all had a journey, all have a story, and it's just lovely to be part of that. Part of my fundraising for Courage, I created a painting. It's got driftwood in it. And driftwood is so significant to anybody that's gone through a journey. It starts off as a tree that once was growing, and then it ends up being tossed through water and, troubles of life, I suppose. And you come out the other end as a new piece of beauty that shows resilience and strength.